that was something else. I just did the March month ahead astrology and channel messages, so go check that out. But beware, there's quite a bit of trickster energy present, which is exactly what I'm discussing and breaking down. But man, if you're looking for more of a comprehensive breakdown of the astrology in March, check out my blog post that was posted today for the week of March 3rd. And it kind of breaks down the whole month and step by step the astrology that's going to be happening if you want more of a comprehensive reading. We're going to get into the elemental readings now. So starting with the fire signs, because I'm hearing that's who really needs the message first. No doubt, because again, we're going to have 4 planets in Aries by the end of the month, or throughout the month of March. Venus and Mercury are going to travel back into Pisces shortly. But yeah, 4 planets in and out of Aries this month. So lots of Aries energy, lots of adventure is what I'm hearing, but it could feel like a bit of a challenge getting out of one cycle and into the next. Yeah, the World and the Ace of Wands card as I start this. I think the biggest challenge here for the fire signs is the desire for control and the inability to access that. I think there's a level of like wanting to control an outcome, wanting to control the way something looks, wanting to control the way something is going to fall into place. And this, moment, this push of, I really just can't change this. Now, this reading is specifically for the first week of March, the elemental readings for the first week of March, but there could be themes that travel from this week throughout the month for all of the 4 signs, just because of the nature of this month and the astrology this month. Things are kind of like, again, like I said in my last post, the rolling thunder, a crescendo, crashing waves of Aries and Pisces energy back and forth. Shifting for Pluto. So some of the things that show up this week could show up multiple times throughout the month in different ways. But everything for the fire signs here is pushing you out of a pattern of control. We are breaking a pattern around things being perfect, things being in their place, or the perception, specifically the perception around you being perfect. You cannot control, the way that people see you, especially when you are going after what it is that you truly desire. So new beginnings coming in with this Ace of Wands here. And it feels like the lessons of the past are going to challenge you more than you think. There's a lot of words coming through that aren't what I'm intending. So the throat chakra could be challenged is what I'm getting for the fire sign specifically. And it feels like when it comes to Aries more than anything, how you know yourself versus how the astrology is challenging you right now. You might be challenged to let go of aspects of yourself that no longer resonate. And Aries is one of those that's so hard-headed, always knows itself, but is there something here that is no longer benefiting you, that you're holding on to because of a control, aspect? That's going to be where you have a pattern break. There is a loss in your life, fire signs, and it feels like this is more of a passageway than you think, and there is a very much a mirroring aspect to this loss in your life, and it feels like it's either abandonment or you've actually lost something physical like money or a career. There's something mirrored to you in your reality, okay? So take this as this resonates, because for some of you this could be a job loss and that might not make full sense yet. But this could be mirroring to a past timeline of when you were younger, something that you wanted, but you either talked yourself out of it or someone else did. That's what I mean by breaking a pattern around control. And again, that control can be a control over you more so than a control that you hold. So take that as that resonates for you guys, fire signs. But we have some kind of, there's something that feels Interesting. We have a 7 of Swords here, deceit. We have something coming in. Ah, I see. Something is going to come back around from the past. A lesson you did not learn, a message you did not receive, something that did not quite get through, something you did not see for what it was. And there is some either deceit around you or self-deceit happening that is going to come through and trick you into breaking this pattern. It feels like the universe is calling justice, a judgment in this situation. Like something is going to be broken around this. But for some of you guys, you could be calling this out. You could be like, all right, it's time to change. I just feel like the challenge here really has to do more with your emotions and the truth, how you hold the truth, how you hold your truth, how you own it, versus how you might be deceiving yourself. And again, everything seems to do with control here. Controlling perceptions, or, something, again, this could be more conditioned into you to, control a certain way, or you've been, made to believe that you have to look a certain way, act a certain way, be a certain way for something to work out here. It does feel like there is a relationship involved in this situation that challenges you, and it feels like that's where you're going to receive some kind of, trickery or something. Some kind of trickery, some kind of mischief, and potentially some kind of deceit that pokes and prods at you to help you break this pattern. I mean, there is some kind of moment of yes, of change, of acceptance that comes in here that moves you in a new direction, but it does not come without a really challenging loss. And for some of you, this is going to be more emotional, and for others, this is going to be like, again, this could be like a job or something. Regardless, this is going to help you face your truth, and that truth, essentially this is for you no matter how this looks. It feels like whatever it's coming up this month is going to be painful, but when you overcome this, if you take the high road, if you move past this, if you choose victory for yourself, for your truth and your path forward, working through those emotions and accepting your truth, that's going to put you in a direction that you actually want to be in. It feels like something about the situation, you've been deceiving yourself, lying to yourself about something that you want when you really don't want it, trying to show up in a way, to create a perception that you want when it doesn't really feed you anyway. There's just something here that's not aligned, and that's going to be revealed. I feel like it's going to be a bit challenging though. So again, see this as a gift rather than, step out of your comfort zone. Exactly. See this as a gift. I know this is it's an icky energy here, but we have be bold and make the first move, as well as step out of your comfort zone. Cardinal moon, this could happen around the eclipses is what I'm getting with this, but also so mid-month and end of the month. But this is about taking an action in a new direction, or finally taking a step in a direction that you've been sitting on, kind of waiting on. And it feels like this has to do around a block in power, and your truth and your power, and fear around that. But really choose for yourself, what is it that you want, and go in that direction. I think that's the biggest thing. And are you being honest about what you really want? I think that's the biggest thing, and I feel like I have to reiterate that, because I think that's the whole message is, have you been going after what you want, or have you been deceiving yourself about what you want? And this can be a harsh reality when you come to terms with the truth of it. And I think that's the whole thing. There could even be something about this that feels malicious. What you really want feels malicious. And when you do accept it and own it, that's when you find a lot more peace. So I know this seems challenging, fire signs, but again, you will be much happier once it is all said and done, is what I'm getting. Feels like a big woosah. Woosah. I'm hearing Catfish from Doechii, the song Catfish. So you might want to go check out that song. But yeah. Anything else? Definitely a third party energy present here, though, or some kind of overindulgence that you have been going back and forth about within your own mind. How are you overdoing something? Or how are you self sabotaging, overthinking because of a third party energy? Take that as that resonates. I feel like that will clarify everything that I just said for the fire signs. So take care, fire signs. Water signs are up next. How are you guys doing? Let's see what's coming through. I'm hearing Roland with the homies from Clueless. So we have King of Swords, Ace of Swords coming out to start the message. A harsh truth, justice. The challenge being the devil and the Six of Wands. Got it. Okay, the energy just kind of shifted immediately where my stomach feels kind of nauseous all of a sudden, and I think there's going to be a reality check coming in for the water signs, some kind of harsh truth, and this could kind of push you out of that aloofness or that kind of vibe of just, I'm hearing vibe check. Something could be coming through, but I think the funny thing about that is there's something about this that is actually going to clear the air for you more than it is a devastation. Again, it's like change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. There's something that you've intuitively been feeling is off, and I'm getting specifically about a relationship for most of you guys, but this could be something with a job as well. And it really has to do with character is what I'm hearing. Your character, or the way you see someone else's character. And something has just felt off, or unaligned. Like, I'm getting this sense of like, this is going to help you stand in your power or kind of go after something or be more of that main character in your life where you have been kind of keeping your mouth shut, or there is something that you have been kind of holding back from pulling the mask off of in your reality, and the universe is going to come in and do it for you. And I think again, this truth coming forward, maybe someone finally decides to unmask, but I get the sense that this is going to be, this just feels like somebody else kind of tells you something that's true that you might have a hard time accepting, but you kind of knew it was happening all along. And again, this could make things a little sticky for a moment in a situation of a relationship or a career situation. But I think when you get this truth and you finally accept it, it's going to free you more than anything. It's going to finally help you move forward with something that you kind of already knew was going on. And it's funny too, that the cards beneath all of this are, the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Wands here. So this is about opportunity. This is about, your main character energy, your ability to take charge and, be in control of something that, whereas I think you're kind of giving control away in situations. So there's something here around not putting yourself on the back burner for somebody else. Unfairly. It's like, this person doesn't deserve this. And I think you're going to be getting the truth about something so that you can finally let it go. Take inspired action. Yeah, what is that Jason Derulo song? The truth came out and I just didn't know what to do. So I think there's something here that's going to be shocking for sure. Step out of your comfort zone. Yeah. What'd you say? That you only meant well? Yeah. Well, of course you did. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So when this happens, just be mindful of your emotions and your higher self. Here, make sure you come back to yourself once you kind of purge those emotions and the initial reaction to something, because I think, this awareness could be a bit shocking. It's always shocking, even when you intuitively know something's true, to get the confirmation in real life. And I think this again is going to be more liberating than it is harmful to you, but it is going to push you towards a whole new beginning here, and into more of an aligned path for yourself. And for some of you, this is the missing piece to your North Node. You've been trying to access it and you've been like, why am I being held back? This is the missing piece. This is that secret being unveiled that's going to free you. So I think the challenge here is that there is some kind of uncertainty present, something sneaky in the background, or something sneaky in the energy around you. And I feel like you're kind of just living your best life as much as you can here. But again, there could be some kind of stark contrast that comes in. It kind of shakes you a bit. Don't let this stop you. Keep moving forward, water signs. Take care. Air signs. Next. Wee is what I'm hearing. Okay, something's about to get checked. Okay, something's about to get checked. We have a Fool and a Six of Wands. Something has held you back, but you have been actively making moves. So this sounds a bit similar to the water signs, but different in the way that it feels like you've been pushing forward and trying to break through some kind of invisible wall here, breaking past some kind of roadblocks and restrictions, and you just haven't had much luck. It feels like there is something that is going to be arrested here, maybe stopped, put to a stop. Someone's going, like something that has been intervening with your work. We've got the Magician here coming out. So, I mean, you could be an alchemist, you could be a magician, but also there's just something you've been working with the resources that you have available to you. And for some reason, the math has not been mathing. It feels like that math equation, you're going to finally get through whatever confusion there was, whatever was blocking it. So it feels like you will have victory this month, air signs. Like 100%, there's going to be some victory with something that's been stalling you. And I think there's this, where it was really a triggered energy. There's going to be this huge sense of relief and overwhelming excitement here. With the Six of Wands, oh my gosh, so much good response for you guys coming through here. Amazing energy. I love this for you guys. So many chills as I say that. So yeah, I feel like when you see this, you're going to know exactly why, or when something happens. Again, I feel like this is going to be more intuitive than anything with the High Priestess coming out. And kind of when I first pulled the cards, I heard, when you see this for what this is, you're going to see exactly why something didn't work before. So again, I feel like this is, maybe something is completely stopped, but I think there's something here that is more intuitive. Like, again, it's like giving math equation. Like there's a specific balance that must be reinstated for you to move through this portal, this passageway, and get something to click into place. So yeah, just know that that's gonna come into your awareness for sure. Anything else for the air signs when it comes to this? This was a soul contract, okay? There was some kind of karmic lesson or soul contract. And the Hierophant can also be working with the unseen, the seen, the past, the present, the future, all in one. And again, it gives kind of like math equation here. There is something bigger. There's something around the way lots of moving parts, work together to get a specific outcome. And I think Interesting. I'm hearing 2 is less than 1. I was specifically being drawn to the 2 of Swords here, and I'm hearing 2 is less than 1. And I feel like there's a delayed message coming through for you here, and there is something about, you've either felt you needed someone to rely on, or something to help you get through something, or someone you've been working with. But I'm hearing 2 is less than 1. So that's where the math isn't mathing. There's something here that is not what it seems. There is something here that logically makes sense, but, intuitively it won't work. In the unseen, it doesn't work because there's a factor you cannot see present. And because of that factor, the math in the physical is not mathing. So fascinating. This has to do, again, for many of you guys, there's a karmic aspect to a person in your reality, to a situation, physical situation in your reality, or there is something with metaphysics, magic, occultism, your practices, where you weren't seeing a piece. Like you could be a healer and there's something that you learn, something new you learn that's been blocking you, or there's just a new level to your practice that you weren't aware of, that you become aware of this month. But for a lot of you guys, there's something about a person is what I'm getting, a soul contract that you are not seeing. I'm feeling a lot of pain in the astral. And it feels like something is very blocked here in the heart space. And it could be the other person that is blocked and you are open and you didn't see it. But it just feels like something here, like there was no way that you could be fully aware of this. And I'm getting chills as I say that. There's no way that you could have fully seen this before. It almost like something had to happen leading up to this. Like there were certain pieces that had to be in a certain place before you could get this last piece of information to move through this. So just trust whatever's happening. I feel like the biggest thing is like this 6 of Wands is kind of like you will have victory, but this 6 of Wands could be you having to overcome something really icky as well. Having to be the bigger person or take the high road in a situation that actually isn't very fair. But again, there's something that's like, it is fair, you just don't see all of the pieces you don't see, there's so much more. And this could be like, it's fair in terms of the future. It's fair in terms of past life. There's so many ways you can look at this. It's fair in terms of extenuating circumstances. Trust the process and trust that whatever it is, that is going to be corrected. The course will be corrected for you is what I'm getting. It's almost like you can't mess this up, but trust the process and enjoy it when it does get freed up. The energy is really challenged as I talk about this. So again, I just feel like blocks coming through, and I feel like there is this person or a situation that's tied to you that is literally blocking your energy. But it's like, I think this person's also going to realize that they're also blocking themselves. If that is the case, and that ends. It ends. Yeah. Whew. That's a difficult one. Whatever happens, trust that all is well, okay? And keep moving forward. I think there's an aspect of this that, again, you're not going to fully see it happening. You're not going to see some kind of arrest happen, even if it is like a spiritual arrest, a divine court like thing. You're not going to see this happening, but you are going to get some kind of, something's just going to come through. It's going to be like, aha, right? Birth confirmation. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, something is definitely backed up in the astral plane, past timelines. Something in past timelines clearing. So, yeah, I would say, again, just keep moving through whatever tension is being created in your reality. Shine, breathe through the tension. A lot of this having to do with Pluto, and a lot of this having to do with things that are outside of your control to some extent. So again, trust and keep giving to your path and keep giving to yourself, and those problems will be lifted. Interesting that I said listed. Maybe that will click for you. in the coming weeks. The answers you need are coming here at the end of a tough cycle. This is the outside energy. So again, I feel like there's an energy of cluelessness. That's interesting that I said clueless because of the water signs. You could be tied to a water sign in this situation, but also it just seems like there is someone tied to this, something tied to this energetically. This is face down, something in the unseen that is a bit clueless when it comes to this situation. So again, can you see this as universal law more than a big issue? Again, that's a bit vague. Just know, air signs, the problem will be lifted. The passageway will be for you. Take care. All right. Wusa with that energy. I do feel that. It does feel like a lot of energetic challenges. Earth signs. How are we doing? I heard dun dun dun. So interesting. What is coming through for the earth signs? Might take me a minute to fully clear out from that air signs. Whew. That was a lot. Okay, there it goes. All right, earth signs. Why does it always have to be a big shebang is what I'm hearing. Okay, there's some kind of tables turning. There's some kind of tables turning, earth signs, and I feel like there's something here that is slowing you down, but it's way more a matter of your perception of it than it is the actual truth or the reality. Something is moving very quickly or coming at you very quickly. A lot of harsh energy here. And I think either you're saying, why does it always have to be a big shebang? Like, why are you always hit with so much challenge? Or the universe saying to you, why does it always have to be a big shebang? Because something you're receiving just feels like it's lacking. It's not as big as you want it to be. Like, this is good news. So again, try to have gratitude right now. Because I feel like you got some good, this is good, but it might not be up to par with your standards or what you want, or signs. Like, you're still waiting for something so much bigger. I feel like this 8 of Wands is a double message. This is coming. More is coming. But right now, we're challenging you to shift with these tables turning. Okay, because this feels like something karmic or something fated going on, either to help you or in the background that is maybe taking away from a situation, but it is shifting something in your favor as well simultaneously. Can you see that? And again, I feel like this is one of those, like, you guys are kind of getting pushed to the background a little bit here, earth signs, where it's kind of like not everything's, you know, the universe doesn't revolve around you. And I think that's why you probably feel a bit challenged. But I think, again, it really kind of is working in your favor more than you can see. We have the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune here. Now, there is some kind of soul contract here. There could be a mother wound here. There's a lot of like angstiness going on in this situation. And I think, again, when you take out whatever contracts, whatever mothering situation, whatever wound or whatever, and you really look at this just plain and simple, there is something shifting that requires more and more and more of your Empress energy, more and more of your, you know, milk. And I did a message on milk and honey and love and, you know, Venus energy coming through. Feels like earth signs, this Venus retrograde is going to challenge you guys a lot when it comes to your self-care and your self-love. And it's like the universe is kind of like dangling a carrot in the sense like, we've got good things in your reality right now. Can you just see it and sit with it and have gratitude for it and trust that more is coming? Because something's ending in the background. We have a death card here. Something is ending, something is transforming, and something is moving and it's outside of your hands. And trust the timing, because I just feel like while it might not be up to your liking, the Hermit says, sit with it. There's so much more. There's so much more. Can you see this through new eyes? Can you change their perception on this so that you can move forward? Because I feel like the more you step into that Empress energy, the more 8 of Wands comes in. And that's funny because as soon as I say that, I smell tires. which represents someone shouldering you. Anytime I smell tires, it's like someone trying to shoulder your path and push you off. So it feels like you're doing the right thing. The universe is testing your commitment more than anything, like hardcore right now, earth signs. So again, don't take anything too personally and just trust that, you know, everything's working out in your favor. But again, some of this stuff that could be slowing things down or not allowing it to be as big as you want it to be is actually working in your favor. Can you also see that? Like there could be some things that are going on around you that are like ending or being transformed that are going to, in the long run, feed and fulfill and push forward something that you're working on. Something that right now feels small, but again, will get bigger. So just trust that process and don't overthink it. Anything else coming out for the earth signs? Yeah, we do have a relationship, Two of Cups in reverse with this Empress energy again. So there could be an Empress energy that is not in alignment with you. But I think this also has to do with, again, do you have your best interest at heart? Are you holding yourself above all else? And again, the universe is kind of saying, until you take care of yourself fully and do everything that you need to be doing, we're probably going to challenge you a little bit here. But it also feels like the Empress, the Two of Cups in reverse, there is a mothering energy that either doesn't have your back, or there is an Empress energy present that does not have your back. This could be some kind of jealousy. This could be some kind of, it doesn't have to be your mother, but it could be. This also could be a soul contract. So it could be, you know, you guys have like a tie where someone, you know, was a mother or some kind of mother figure in a past life. Someone that you trust or someone that you look up to for this energy actually doesn't have your back. And I feel like there's going to be some good news in a situation like this. I think for some of you, you already have an inkling about this. You kind of already know this is going on. And so, you know, this is going to be handled. Again, be grateful for everything good that you have going on right now. Don't let that slide. But at the same time, you know, this could be saying we need you to give more to yourself. We need you to give more and more and more to yourself. And the more that you do, the more that will reciprocate outside. You know, self-care is going to be more important than anything for you guys, because it does feel like there is something coming in here that's either head over heart or something that's coming in your energy field that you can't see, but it's highly affecting you. It's highly it's harmful to your energy in some way. This is what's going to end. Yeah, there's an energy that refuses to surrender. Surrender to the divine in reverse here on top of this Empress and the Two of Cups in reverse. And this energy is mad triggered. Okay, so this person does not want to let go of control in a situation or doesn't want to let go of a relationship. This person is getting some kind of reality check. Okay, know that you are loved. Again, this could be just about balancing out and surrendering when you don't have the support you desire, and letting the universe handle all of that. There could be, again, something blocking your higher self, something blocking the crown chakra, which can cause hopelessness, which can cause a sense of devastation. So be aware of that. When the crown is blocked because something is trying to block your connection to your higher self, tell you that what you know is right for you is not right, that's when you've got something in the way of your crown and your higher self and your connection to the divine. It feels like it's something outside of you. It feels like there's some kind of soul contract, and or it could have to do with your feminine energy and not taking care of yourself and not having your own back in a situation. Take what resonates with that. Regardless, trust that all is well. Some of you guys are letting something slide that you shouldn't, though, is what I'm getting with this. It is time to stand on business. I think some of you guys are kind of either trying not to let pride get in your way. And again, that may be how you're letting something slide. But for others, I feel like this could make you prideful and this could have you rearing an ugly head. So be careful with that. The other thing coming out, again, trust all will be well, and reflect on your priorities. So come back to what is important and necessary for you to be taken care of right now, and don't worry about something that's completely out of your hands. Let the universe handle that. 3, 4, 4, 4, 34, 44 seconds. 444 is a Hermes number. It is about protection, about magic, about alchemy. So that coming on the clock, as I finish this, I just get the sense that when you trust in your guidance, when you trust in the energy outside of you, and when you operate, in the energy of completion, 3s, the energy of balance, 3s, it gives a sense that everything will work out. So again, trust in the unseen, work with your guides. As I finish this message for the entire collective, Ace of Swords comes out. All right, and follow your truth. Follow your aligned path. Take care until next time, guys. And feel free to check out my energetic forecast blog. Link in bio for the MindGeek EDU app that will lead you there, and you can get a comprehensive breakdown of March's astrology.